So, in the previous lecture, we were discussing that the three possible mechanisms in the depending upon the timing or the sequence of bond breaking and formation. So, the first type of mechanism that is possible, that is E2 mechanism. Now, in this E2 mechanism, that is elimination bimolecular, elimination bimolecular. Now, when we say that elimination bimolecular, as like SN2 reaction, the rate of this reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of the substrate and the base. Here, instead of nucleophile, there is a base. And so, in this reaction, the breaking of the C alpha Y bond, the breaking of the C alpha Y bond and the breaking of the C beta hydrogen bond is taking place simultaneously. Is taking place simultaneously. So, how this thing happens, that is the E2 reaction in presence of a base. It is the slow step and so termed as your rate determining step. So, base starts abstracting the proton. Means as the bond formation starts, it's an exothermic process and it is being utilized for the C beta hydrogen bond breaking. And as the C beta hydrogen bond breaking starts, the electron pair is given to C beta, and this C beta, the electron pair from the C beta is given to C alpha, and simultaneously the C alpha Y bond breaking starts. As this bond formation starts, the energy is released, which is used for C alpha Y bond breaking. And so, in this way, all these things are taking place simultaneously, and we are getting a transition state in which the C beta hydrogen bond breaking starts, base hydrogen bond formation starts. This energy is utilized for Cl beta hydrogen bond breaking. Then the C beta carbon bond formation starts, and the C alpha Y bond breaking starts simultaneously. And so, in this way, we get a state which is termed as your transition state. And so, as the transition state is means as it collapses, means it becomes the bond formation and bond breaking processes takes place simultaneously, and as soon as it is completed, the alkene is obtained as a product, and so this BH plus Y minus, that is the leaving group, is given out. And so here in this reaction, rate is directly proportional to the concentration of the substrate and the concentration of the base. And so, what is the similarity between SN2? The similarity between SN2 is that it's a bimolecular reaction. SN2 is also a bimolecular reaction. Then the, all the bond formations and bond formation and bond formation and breaking is a concerted mechanism. Is a concerted mechanism. It's a concerted mechanism. That is means it is taking place simultaneously. The third similarity, that it proceeds through transition state formation. It proceeds through transition state formation, and it's a one step process, one step process it's a one step process. So, the second type of mechanism that is possible, the E1 mechanism. Now, this E1 mechanism, it is termed as your elimination unimolecular. Elimination unimolecular. Now, in this elimination unimolecular, which is similar to the SN1, that is substitution nucleophilic unimolecular. So the breaking of C alpha Y bond takes place in this slow step, and the formation of the intermediate, that is carbocation, is taking place in this first step. And so here the mechanism, that is the C alpha Y bond, here this is beta and hydrogen, and here it proceeds by E1, that is slow step. So the base is not involved in this step, and so here this C alpha Y bond breaks first, and you get the formation of an intermediate, that is carbocation, and the leaving group is given out. And in the second step, which is the fast step, the base abstracts the proton. The base abstracts the proton from the carbocation, and this electron pair of the carbon hydrogen bond is given to the C beta carbon, and which forms the bond with the C alpha. And so this thing is taking place in the second step, that is the fast step, and the alkene formation takes place. So in this way, here this is a two-step process with the formation of an alkene as a product. So in this reaction, the similarity between the SN1 and E1 mechanism is that the similarity between the E1 and that is the rate is directly proportional to the concentration of substrate only. The base is not involved in this step, and so it's a unimolecular mechanism, means only one molecule is involved in the reaction. It's a first order kinetics. Then the second thing, formation of carbocation is taking place, which is common in SN1 and E1, formation of carbocation, and in slow step, formation of carbocation in slow step. And the third similarity, it's a two step process. It's a two step process. So this is the second type of mechanism. Now here the third type of mechanism which is possible, the third type of mechanism which is possible, that is the E1 CB mechanism, that is the elimination proceeding through conjugate base formation, elimination proceeding through conjugate base formation, conjugate base formation. So here a slight difference is that in the first, that is the E2 mechanism, both the things, that is the breaking of C beta hydrogen, breaking of C alpha leaving group, and formation of C alpha C beta double bond, these all things are taking place simultaneously. It's a one step process. In the second, that is E1, the formation of carbocation, means the breaking of C alpha leaving group is taking place first. And in E1CB, the breaking of C beta hydrogen bond is taking place first. C beta hydrogen bond is taking place first. And so here in this reaction, the base, and this step is first step. So what happens? This base abstracts the proton, and C beta hydrogen bond breaks, giving the electron pair to the C beta, and here it forms the conjugate base. Here it forms a conjugate base, and this intermediate which is obtained is nothing but your conjugate base, that is carbanion, means the carbanion is formed in this reaction. And then the second step, in the second step, This conjugate base, that is the C minus, gives the electron pair to the C alpha carbon, and the C alpha Y bond breaks, and this is the slow step. And so here only one molecule is involved, or the carbanion is only involved in the reaction. And so here the it's termed as your E1CB, that is elimination unimolecular with conjugate base formation. And so here you get the formation of the alkene. And so the most common mechanisms that are seen, that is E2 and E1 mechanisms in the elimination reactions, and E1CB is very rarely observed, and E1CB is very rarely observed. And so in this way these three types of mechanisms are possible in the elimination reactions. Now we will deal with the E2 mechanism, and that is the elimination by molecular reaction. And so for this we will see the general reaction. So here the elimination of the 2-bromopropane is taken as an example, and so the CH3CHBr CH3 on reaction with sodium methoxide will give you the formation of propene, will give you the formation of the propene as a product, that is NaBr plus methanol is given out. Now, the kinetics of this reaction, the chemical kinetics of the reaction indicates that the rate is directly proportional to the substrate, concentration of the substrate and the concentration of the base, concentration of the substrate and the concentration of base. Therefore, the rate is equal to K into concentration of the substrate and the concentration of the base, where K is the rate constant, that is the second order rate constant, and as both the molecules, that is the substrate and the base, are involved in the rate determining step, so the reaction is termed as elimination by molecular reaction. And so the proposed mechanism of this reaction, is that RCH H CH2X, and here means the base is involved in this slow step, and so this is termed as your rate determining step. So this is your alpha carbon, this is your beta carbon, base, the bond formation starts, base comes in the close contact of proton, it gives the electron pair to the proton, and as the bond formation starts, it's a exothermic process, the energy is being released, and the same energy is utilized for the C beta hydrogen bond breaking. As the C beta hydrogen bond breaking starts, the electron pair is given to the C beta carbon, and simultaneously as the C beta C alpha double bond formation starts, the electron pair is released from the C alpha to halogen, and you get a concerted mechanism, that is RCH. Here this partial bond breaking, partial bond formation of the base and hydrogen, partial bond breaking of the C beta hydrogen, partial bond formation of the C alpha C beta, C alpha C beta, and the breaking of C alpha leaving group. The C alpha leaving group is taking place simultaneously, and so this step is called as your transition state. So the energy associated in this reaction, the change in the energy associated, has been studied thoroughly, that as this bond formation starts, the C beta hydrogen bond breaking starts. Where the C beta C alpha bond formation starts, the energy released is utilized for the C alpha leaving group bond breaking. And so in this way, this proceeds further as the transition state reaches a highest energy of activation, and it collapses and gives you the product, that is the alkene. And this alkene, when it is obtained as a product with base plus the leaving group, protonated base and the leaving group. And so in this way, the as this C alpha C beta bond formation starts, the C alpha leaving group is pushed away and it is given out. So all these things are taking place in one single step. So this is a one step process. This is a one step process. And so now when we are going to study, so what are the different evidences whether this reaction proceeds by E2 only? And so now in this class, when we are studying the mechanisms of the different reactions, here it is necessary to study the proofs whether this reaction, how it is studied by the different scientists. So the evidences for E2 mechanism means the reaction proceeds by E2 is not only just the mechanism is proposed and it is considered. No, it is proved by carrying out the different types of reactions with different concepts. And so the evidences for the E2 mechanism which supports this are: the first A, that is the kinetic isotope effect. Kinetic isotope effect. Then the second type of the evidence can be obtained in the elemental effect, element effect, and the third is absence of hydrogen exchange. Absence of hydrogen exchange means here when we want to prove that the reaction proceeds by E2 only, so we are going to study one single reaction by using these three different types of concepts, that is the kinetic isotope effect, then the elemental effect, and the absence of hydrogen exchange. So in the kinetic isotope effect, here the proton which is being abstracted by the base is replaced by the isotope deuterium. Means as the deuterium is an heavy atom, the energy required for breaking of CH bond is less as compared to the breaking of CD bond. If it affects the rate of the reaction, then it is considered that the rate is depending upon the abstraction of the proton in the first step. The element effect means the leaving group. That also affects the rate of the reaction. And the absence of hydrogen exchange, that we will see in the next part or the next lecture. We will deal with all these evidences in the next lecture. So thank you very much.